We've all heard the saying, silence is powerful, and it's true. Silence can command respect, create mystery, and leave people questioning what's on your mind. It's been a timeless tool of influence used by the greatest thinkers, strategists, and leaders. But let me ask you something. Is silence always enough? Does staying quiet alone truly give you the upper hand? Or is there a strategy, a far more refined and deliberate one, that goes beyond silence and into a realm of undeniable influence? Welcome back to Stoic Venture, where we unlock ancient Stoic wisdom and combine it with cutting-edge insights from psychology to help you master your mind and your presence. Today, we're diving into a bold idea, a strategy that's better than silence. Yes, silence has its place, it's a weapon, no doubt, but silence, my friend, has its limits. And what I'm about to reveal isn't just another strategy, it's a game changer. This method doesn't just leave an impression, it embeds your presence in their mind, making you unforgettable. Imagine this, a way to wield your presence so effectively, so intentionally, that it not only shifts the power in your favor, but changes the way people think about you long after you're gone. This isn't about loud words or desperate actions. It's about subtlety, precision, and control. It's about moving with purpose and leaving a mark so profound that others can't help but feel your influence. And when you combine this strategy with the timeless principles of Stoicism and the sharp edges of dark psychology, you're stepping into a league that few ever reach. The Stoics were masters of presence. They understood that true power doesn't come from speaking more or demanding attention. It comes from intentionality. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This wisdom speaks to the essence of today's lesson, not just the absence of noise, but the deliberate presence of strength, a kind of presence that doesn't fade when you leave, but grows stronger in your absence. That's the strategy we're about to explore. And here's why this matters. In every interaction, whether in relationships, business, or even in how you approach your personal growth, you carry with you the power to influence. But influence doesn't always come from what you say. It's about how you exist in someone's mind, how you shape their perception, and how you leave a lasting imprint. If you've ever felt like silence alone didn't leave the impact you wanted, or if you've ever wondered how to amplify your presence without saying a word, then this is the video for you. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will change the way you approach life. Now, before we dive into this transformative strategy, I have a small but powerful request. If you're here because you're ready to master your presence, to not just exist, but dominate in the right way, take a moment to act. Like this video. It's a small step, but it's your declaration that you're ready to grow. Then drop a comment below with this phrase, "I use my presence wisely." Write it down, say it to yourself, believe it, because mastering your presence is where your journey to greatness begins. Let's start with silence, because before we can understand why there's something better, we have to first appreciate why silence is so effective. For centuries, silence has been a cornerstone of influence. The Stoics understood its power well. Epictetus said, "Silence is safer than speech." And it's true. Staying quiet protects your energy. It stops you from saying things you'll regret. And most importantly, it creates an aura of mystery. Silence can make people wonder, what is he thinking? That simple uncertainty often holds more power than any words could. Think about it. In a world where everyone is desperate to be heard, silence stands out. When you stay quiet, you create a vacuum, an empty space that people rush to fill with their own thoughts, assumptions, and anxieties. It's psychological gravity. Silence makes people project their fears, their hopes, and their insecurities onto you. It makes them work harder to interpret your actions, often giving you more credit or power than you might have claimed outright. But the magic of silence isn't just in what it doesn't do. It's in how it contrasts with noise. People are surrounded by noise all day long, endless opinions, chatter, and arguments. Silence breaks that pattern. It's rare. It forces people to stop and pay attention. And when used correctly, silence gives you control. It allows you to set the tone, to steer the narrative without even speaking a word. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine someone in a heated argument. They're throwing accusations, trying to provoke you, trying to make you react. Most people would jump in, defend themselves, explain their side. But not you. You stay silent. You look them in the eye, calm and steady, and let their words hang in the air. What happens? They get uncomfortable. They second-guess themselves. They realize they've lost control of the situation. That's the power of silence. And it's not just in conflict. Silence works in relationships, negotiations, even casual interactions. When you're silent, people lean in. They want to know more. They want to understand you. But here's the key. Silence works because of its rarity. When overused, it can lose its edge. Silence that becomes predictable isn't powerful. It's just passive. And that's where we start to see its limitations. The truth is, silence by itself isn't always enough. Yes, it creates mystery. Yes, it sets you apart. But there are moments when silence leaves too much to interpretation. Moments when your absence isn't felt the way it should be. Moments when people stop wondering and start assuming. That's why silence, while powerful, needs to be part of a bigger strategy. A strategy that combines the quiet strength of silence with deliberate, calculated action. This is where the Stoics can teach us something even deeper. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Silence is a way to control yourself, to master your reactions. But the Stoics also believed in purposeful action. They didn't stay silent for the sake of it. They stayed silent when it served their purpose. And when silence wasn't enough, they acted with precision. So yes, silence is powerful. But it's only the beginning. There's a strategy that takes everything great about silence and elevates it to the next level. A way to combine the mystery of silence with the undeniable impact of action. And that's what we're about to uncover. Presence isn't about forcing yourself to be seen. It's about embodying something so undeniable that people can't help but notice. Think of the greatest leaders, warriors, and sages throughout history. They didn't just speak words that moved people. They carried an energy, a stillness, a certainty that spoke volumes before they ever opened their mouths. When you walk into a room, before you say a single word, people have already formed an impression of you. They've read your body language, felt your energy, and decided, consciously or unconsciously, whether you are someone worth paying attention to. This is the silent language of presence, and those who master it can influence without effort. Before you can command a room, you must first command yourself. Presence starts with self-mastery, being in control of your emotions, thoughts, and body. People can feel when someone is scattered, anxious, or insecure. They can also feel when someone is centered, composed, and powerful. Master your breath. Your breath controls your nervous system, and your nervous system controls your state of being. Slow, deep, deliberate breathing signals confidence, calm, and strength. It tells the world, and more importantly, yourself, that you are in control. Master your posture. Stand tall, shoulders back, head high, not with arrogance, but with the quiet assurance of someone who knows exactly who they are. Master your gaze. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools of presence. When you look someone in the eyes with unwavering calm, you communicate confidence, authenticity, and certainty. Do not stare aggressively, but also do not avert your gaze like someone who doubts their own worth. When you do speak, make it count. Silence creates anticipation. Presence ensures the words that follow carry weight. Those who talk excessively, nervously filling the air with words, dilute their impact. Those who speak with precision, purpose, and poise are the ones who are remembered. Pauses are power. Let your words breathe. A well-placed pause can be more impactful than a long-winded speech. It gives people time to absorb your message and allows you to control the rhythm of conversation. Cut the filler. Words like and like weaken your presence. Speak deliberately. Own your words. Less is more when every word carries weight. True presence is not about being loud or animated. It's about controlled intensity. When you are still, composed, and completely in the moment, you project a powerful energy that others naturally gravitate toward. Stillness is not passive. It is the mastery of restraint. It is the ability to stay calm in chaos, to hold your ground when others are unsettled, and to exude strength without needing to prove anything. Think of a great martial artist before a fight. They do not flinch. They do not fidget. They simply stand, observing, breathing, knowing that when the time comes to act, they will do so with precision and purpose. This is presence. Most people listen to respond. Few listen to understand. Presence is about full engagement, and one of the greatest ways to demonstrate this is through active listening. When someone speaks to you, give them your undivided attention. Do not glance at your phone. Do not think about what you're going to say next. Look them in the eye. Absorb their words. Make them feel heard. When people feel truly listened to, they remember you. They respect you. They feel your presence. Presence isn't just about what you do externally. It's a reflection of what you believe internally. If you doubt yourself, if you are unsure of your own worth, it will show. Presence is built on conviction. Know yourself, know your values, know your purpose. When you move through life with unshakable inner certainty, others will feel it. A person with true presence doesn't adapt to the energy of a room. They shift it. When they enter, they bring with them a sense of authority, calm, and focus. People subconsciously adjust their own energy in response. Think of the most magnetic people you've ever met. They don't beg for attention. They don't chase validation. They simply exist in a state of unshakable presence, and others are naturally drawn to them. You can cultivate this ability by being mindful of your own energy before entering any space. Ground yourself. Set an intention. Decide what energy you will bring, rather than letting external forces dictate your state. Silence is the foundation of presence. It is the ability to be completely comfortable in stillness, to not seek to fill every moment with noise. But presence is the evolution of silence. It is the ability to take that inner stillness and radiate it outward. Mastering both means knowing when to hold back and when to step forward. It means knowing when to observe and when to speak. It means being both the immovable rock and the unstoppable force, depending on what the moment requires. Silence is only step one. Presence is the real game changer. It is what turns mystery into magnetism, quiet into command, and observation into influence. Now I want you to take this with you. Go out into the world today and practice presence. Slow your breath, stand tall, speak with intent, listen deeply, move with certainty. And the next time you step into a room, own it. Not with words, not with force, but with the undeniable power of your presence. If you're ready to embody this, drop a comment below. I master silence and presence. Because words are only the beginning. It's who you are that truly speaks. Stay with me, because what we're about to reveal will change the way you approach every room you walk into, every conversation you have, and every interaction you experience. We're just getting started.